Hello, this is Mr. Agbamu Idonogwe. This is our Tuesday lesson, 13th of January 2026. And today will be our last day for the topic simple equation. And we are still going to solve more problems on simple equations and to check the solution. So let's go straight to what we have. Now we stopped at the classwork and the assignment I gave in our yesterday's lesson, and that is on page 156, exercise 19D in our mathematics textbook. So this was what we did in class. We tried to solve it together in class and see how we understand it. Then together with this assignment, which is on page 157, exercise 19F, and these are the numbers. All right, so by the time you go through these questions in your textbook, you will see that there are so many questions. So we just pick these five from for classwork on this exercise and these five for assignment on this exercise. So you have more questions to pick on your own. Now, these are the questions. I've already typed them out in the slide. So let's solve them together as we did in class. Now, I will use Graphs Able Maths to do the solution so that I'll be very fast instead of using the keyboard and pen to solve. You understand what I mean? So let me use Graphs Able Maths. I want us to take advantage of this Graphs Able Maths. That is why you see me trying to use it in classroom to explain. It's just that most of us, we don't want to pay attention. I want us to pay attention and learn this thing. By the time you know simple equation, mathematics will be very easy for you. So let's go straight to Graphs Able Maths as I explain all these assignment questions and all these classwork questions here and all these assignment questions. So let me go. I've already input the numbers in Graphs Able Maths. We just go straight to solution. So let's start with 5y plus 6 equals to 21. Now these are the questions. I've already inputted all of them. So let's make it quick and fast. All right, I've put it on full screen now. So let's start our solution. Now, I've been saying this thing in so many times in class. In simple equation, take note of the letter you are looking for. Take note of the numbers in the question. Take note of the letters. Take note of the numbers. I've already said this thing so many times in the class. This sign, this positive sign, belongs to this number 6. That is why I said let's use Graphs Able Maths to help us to know. By the time you click on a number and you are dragging it, you will see that the plus and the 6 they are moving together. You see they all came to this other side together, telling you that this plus is for this 6, is not for the 5y. Now look at this second example. If I click on this 3 and I drag it, you will see that the minus is moving with it. All these are the things I want us to take note of. Okay, if I click on this 5, just watch what will happen. I'm clicking on only the 5. You see, I click on only this 5 and I drag. You see, only 5 move initially, but watch what will happen as I take it to this other side. As I bring it here, you can see that the plus and the 5y, they all move together to tell you that plus 5y is a single term on its own. Let me drop it and see what will happen. Now that I've dropped it, let me slide this place down. You can see that plus 5y, when it crosses over to this side, it becomes minus 5y. This is what I'm been saying in class. There's nothing so special about simple equation. The major rules is whatever term you are crossing over to the other side, the sign will become negative if it's positive. Then if it's a negative sign you are crossing over, like this minus 3, when it comes to this side, minus 3 will become positive 3. So you can see it. That's what we are doing in class. We are not doing anything difficult. And that's all about simple equation. This is everything about simple equation. So let me undo it. Let's solve each of them one by one, and that is all for today's lesson. Okay, now what are we doing? To start, 5y plus 6. If I click on plus, you can see the way the system is shaking, telling you that it's not possible to add them. They are unlike them. That means 6 need to leave this place and come down to 21. So if I click on the 6 and move it down to this place, you will see that positive 6 becomes negative 6 here. Then you now follow down your solution and finish up, which is 21 minus 6 minus and give us 15. Then the next thing will now be divide both side by 5 so that y will stand alone. That is the meaning of simple equation. The letter should stand alone. By the time I click on 5, I put it under 15, you see that it will become division. 5y will end up as division. Then you now divide it and get your result. That is all. This is what we have been doing in class. This is what I've been explaining over and over and over again. You just write it down step by step. You see the way the system did it easily. And this is how I encourage us in classroom to solve. Show all your steps and all your workings, and you have no problem. Your teacher will give you your full mark. Please, I encourage us. This is the last video I'm going to do in simple equation, and it's going to be our last lesson for simple equation. The next lesson, which we are starting by 14th, which is tomorrow, is going to be word problem. Now let's do this one together. Minus 3 is moving away because you can't add, you see, you can't subtract this. 2n minus 3, if you click on negative, you see it's shaking. It's telling you it's not possible to subtract. So 3 should go away to this side. It will now become positive 3. Negative become positive. Then add it because they are like 10. 5 can be added to 3. They are numbers of the same 10. So it now gives us 8. Then 2 will now move over, divide. You see, it's now 8 divided by 2. So you have divided by 2. Now n is standing alone. Then divide it, you will see your final answer. That is n equals to 4. You see, we are not doing anything strange. Very simple mathematics. Just follow the rules and you are okay. Okay, let's finish up. Now, looking at this, 8 plus 5y, you see that it's not possible. That's why the system is shaking. That means 8 need to go out of this place. Y need to stand alone. How can y stand alone? 8 need to go. 8 is a positive 8. You can see the plus is moving with the 8. It's a positive 8. As I bring it to this side, you see it will become negative 8. This is all I want us to follow. Then you can now subtract. Positive 8 cross over to this side becomes negative 8. By the time you subtract, you see it now becomes 15. Drag your 5, put it under 15, it will become division. You see, then 15 divided by 5 is now 3. This is your answer. That is all. That is all. Simple equation, very simple. So let's move on. Let me push it to this side so that I will not block the steps. Now the same thing here, look at this. A is the letter we are looking for. If you add it to 4, it's not possible. That means 4 need to get out of this place. And when it's going out, positive 4, which is plus 4, when it comes to this side, drop it here, it will become negative. You can see what we are doing. It will become negative 4. Positive crosses to the other side, becomes negative. Then subtract 16 minus 4 gives you 12. Now you are looking for a, that means 2 is the one leaving. By the time you divide by 2, you see it's now 12 divided by 2, and that gives you your final answer. 6 divided by 2 and 12 divided by 2, that is 6. So a is equals to 6, or 6 equals to a. I told you anyhow you write it, you are correct. The solution is correct. Then finally, 11x minus 8. If you click, you will see that it's not possible. See, it's not possible. I don't want us to make that mistake of adding unlike terms like 11x minus 8x. We will now be subtracting or adding it. If you start from there, you start failing it. So that's why I want you to use graspable math to practice at home. So by clicking it, you see the way it's shaking. That means minus 8 need to leave this place. And when minus 8 moves, comes to front of 25, it will become positive. This is one thing I want us to learn, please. Let's go home, watch this video and practice well. You will see that simple equation is very, very simple. Then you have added, you get your 33, then divide both sides by 11. you end up having your final answer, which is 33 divided by 11, that is 3. So these are all the steps. Please and please, let's follow and get it right. So this is the answer for the class work that we did in class. Let's go to the assignment part. So this is the assignment question. If you let me show us in the screen. So if you look at the assignment from 1823, you will see 21 equals to 5 plus 2n, 9y minus 4 equals to 0. I've already imputed them. So I've imputed them on this side. You can see all of them. So let's solve it very fast with Grabs Able Maths and let's end this video. Now, this is 21 equals to 5 plus 2n. If you add it, you see it's not possible. The same process. Just carry your 5 down to meet 21. You see, it's a positive 5, but by the time you drop it here, you see it will become a negative 5. Positive crossover to this side becomes negative. The same process. We are not doing any new thing. I'm not doing any strange or this different thing. It's the same thing over and over again. Now I've subtracted 16. Now I need to divide by 2 so that n will stand alone. By the time I divide by 2, you see 16 divided by 2 is what? The answer is 8. That is all. That is all. I can move it around. Let me move this one around. See, that is all. See, this is the answer. So n is 8 in this first question. In this one, we are looking for y. So you can't subtract. You see, as I'm clicking, it's not possible. That means 4 need to leave this place to this side. So it becomes positive. Negative 4 becomes positive. Yeah, so 0 plus 4 is 4. The final answer will now be divided by 9. When you put it under 4, you see, your answer will now be y is equals to 4 over 9. So this is your answer. What are you doing? There's nothing there. I told us in class, if you don't want to leave your answer in fraction, you can leave it as a decimal. You see that the system is telling me to double tap it because it knows that it's possible to do something here, but the only way you can get your answer is to tap it 2 times. So let me tap it 2 times. You see, it has converted it to decimal for me. So you can leave it as 0.44 or you leave it as 4 over 9. So that is all. Okay, let's go to the third question. If I come here, I can't do 3b minus 15. You see, it's not possible. So carry 15 to this side. That is all. That is all we are doing. Take 15 to this side, and 15 is negative here. On this side, it will become positive. Then you add, you see, then you divide by 3 so that b will stand alone. This is your answer. What are we doing? Nothing. That is all with the solution. If you can't leave it like this, you want to leave it in decimal, double tap it on the screen. You see, your answer will come out in decimal, 10.33. Or if you want to leave it as as mixed number, which is 31 divided by 3, you are going to have b is equals to 10 whole number. You see, that is 10 point. This is whole number. 10 whole number. Remainder what? Remainder 1. That is 1 over 3. Some of you left your answer like this. So this is B. It's the same thing. So let's move on. 10k cannot be added to 4. That means 4 need to go to this side to 11. It will now become minus 4. Positive 4 become minus 4 here. Then what next now? Let me move it to this side. What next? Subtract 11 minus 4. It gives you 7. Then divide by 10. 10 should go to this side so that k will stand alone. This is your answer. This is your answer. Your answer is 7 over 10. Or you leave it in decimal if you want, or you leave it like this. So anyhow you want to leave your answer, you are good. You are okay. You are okay with that. Let me move this away a little. So that is then finally 16y minus 21 is not possible. Then move it to this side, add it, Let me drag it down to see the previous step. Then divide by 16. That is all. Then drag it. So this is all. This is your answer. So this is the solution of the classwork and the assignment we did in class. So please take time, go through this video, look at it, pause it, look at the steps again, write it down on your paper. For in 30 minutes, this topic is over. 30 minutes time, you will understand it and solve billions of questions on simple equation. So that is all I have for us in this class. So to end our class, let's look at the two work I gave in class, the two class work. Some of us argued about this in class, but I don't know why you are arguing. Simple equation is the same anytime and any day. Let's go and impute this in Grasshopper Math. Let me explain it. But I've told you before, you can add all the. Let me even use my pen and explain this. This is 3G, this is 1G. They are like terms. So by the time you add it, that is number one now. By the time you add this, you are going to have 4G. This is what I did in class. Then this is 6 plus 8, that is 14. Because they are like terms, you can see that the letters are the same. Then 14 minus 9, we have 5. So this is 5G. So this is 5G. Then 30 does not have any letter, it's a term on its own. You get your 30. That is all. Then I now said that 5G can leave 30 alone to this side, giving us 4G, minus 5G. This is what I did in class, equals to 30. You see? Then divide both, subtract before you divide. By the time you subtract 4 minus 5, it will give you minus 1G. And that will be 30. So the same thing we have been doing, divide both sides by minus 1, which will now become G is equals to 30 all over minus 1. That is all. And we said it in class that positive divided by negative is negative. So your final answer in this question is going to be negative 30. So that is all. There's nothing in all this question. If you want to do number 2, the same process, just make sure the ones that are not the same term, you check them well. For example, this is minus 2. It's not the same term with minus 3x. So minus 2 need to cross over to 32 on this side. Then minus 20x and minus 3x, they are the same term. So minus 20x need to cross over. So to do that, I'm taking 20 to this side. 20 will become positive 20. It will now become 20x minus 3x. So that is all. I'm through with this side. 20x crosses to this side, it becomes positive. Minus 3x remains the same. I did not move it. Then 32 is also here. I'm not moving 32. The only thing I am moving is minus 2. When minus 2 crosses over to this side, it becomes positive 2. That is all. Then do your subtraction and get out of this place. The work is over. 20 minus 3, you have your 17. This is 17x equals to 32 plus 2, you have your 34. Let me erase this. So you have your 34. This is 34. Then finally divide both sides by 17 so that x will stand alone, which will now be 34. 34 divided by 17. And you know the answer already. 34 divided by 17, your answer is 2. That means x is 2 in this question. So this is what we did in class. How many minutes did I take to do this? Because I understand the principles of this graphable math when you are moving like this. That is all for the class, and this is the last thing in our simple equation. I just brought out these two examples for us to know that you can actually have more than two terms with the same letters for simple equations. It's not always this pattern of question, but you can also have G X, Y, so many of them in a question, but the letter must be one unknown. That is what we are doing in the topic. If you want me to use graphical math, I can use it to practice this, but I will do it in class. Let me just save time for this video. I will do it in class, and this is what we are going to start with tomorrow in our class before we move to word problem as our first topic. So this is all I have for this video. Just watch it and you will understand simple equation very well. So I'm wishing us the best in our studies. Thank you for watching. Do have a nice day.